tomorrow I found out tomorrow I find out if I'm going to an interview process of this job that I just applied for. And if you don't know, right now I have a business with a few different clients that are paying me a hell of a lot more than I deserve. But to expand my business a lot more, I actually just applied for a job for the absolute best person in the niche that I'm in. Right now, I'm helping large business owners grow their social medias to convert viewers into paying customers. And if I can 10x their social media, I should be able to 10x their customers, and I get a piece of what I can bring them. And I'm doing exceptionally well, much better than I actually thought that I could do for these people. And so I'm making them a ton of money. But I know that the way I take it to the absolute next level is by growing their channels by 100 times. And this guy, Patty Galloway, is, I think, the guy who could really show me how to do it. So I applied for his job. It's been about a 2.5, 3 week process now of going through different stages of different hiring processes, showing your skill sets. And tomorrow I'm going to find out if I'm going to an actual interview with Patty Galloway. And my plan would be is I would say, Patty, in the past, I already offered to work for free. I actually offered to pay you 20 grand a month to work for you. And you didn't answer, you didn't see it. Why don't you just contract me out? I will work better, faster, more efficient, and harder than anyone you have ever met or anyone you could ever hire, but I'm not going to be your employee for the long term. You can contract me out for, let's say, a year. I will give you 100% effort. I'm going to learn absolutely every single thing I can from you. And in exchange, I'll give you a equity piece of my business. And he'd be an idiot to say no. So that's how much I value learning these types of skills. I'm going to give him equity in exchange. I'll take the pay. He was offering like 100 grand a year or something for the job, like anywhere from like 100 to 120 or something. So I would take the money, but I would say, after I'm done working for you, I will give you a percentage of equity in my business because of the value that I'm going to get for working for you. And if I ever had an employee that said something like that, I'd say, okay, let's do it. Even if I don't get hired for the role that he was looking for, I know that I can close the deal if I get to the interview process, which I'm very confident that I will. So this is how I think about these things. I meet so many people who are so concerned with how much money they're making right now, especially young people, when money doesn't actually matter, if I'm being honest with you. It's how much value you provide other people. That's what really matters, because anyone can get lucky gambling or buying a cryptocurrency that goes up 100 times and you have 100 grand in your bank account. I mean, when I was 18, I bought a vaccine company that went from $2 to $20, and I've had like 5 grand in there. My portfolio went to like $50,000. I was like, wow, I'm so good at life. Everything's amazing. And it doesn't matter if you can't repeat it. And all I really care about is monthly cash flow. So an increase in my skill sets to where I can provide so much value to the marketplace by making other people money. If you can make money for other people, they will pay you anything to continue to do that, as long as you're making them more and more. So that's really my thought process right now, and how I'm thinking about how I will structure this type of deal when I get to the interview process, because it's not going to be the same as just applying for the job and getting the job, because I don't want to just work for somebody and have full time forever, especially when I'm already making more money than that. My goal is to learn from him. So how can I do that to the highest possible degree while upgrading my skill set and then applying that to what I'm doing in my business? I'd do anything. That'd be priceless information. Priceless. But the thing is, the reason why this works is because I'm actually providing him value, and I will be making him more money while I'm working for him. And that's what makes this a lot easier. When I first started working for Ken, I, believe it or not, I actually talked about this months and months before I even started working for Ken. I said I was going to work for Ken, and I said my plan was going to be to first take over his social medias and then take over the online business that he has. And it's amazing how, if you can conceptualize something in your head, you can actually make it happen. So I remember in August or September, I was making videos, my exact plan to go from $10,000 to $50,000 per month. I said I was going to find a way to work for Kenny McElroy, and I was going to take over his online business and his social medias. Now I've taken over his social medias, where we about 10x'd it. And then what we are going to be doing is, or what I'm doing with him, I said, dude, I would much rather just work with you, but this is not going to cut it for my dream income. What I want to do is make 100 times what I'm making. And I know how I can do that with you, which I would much rather do, Ken. I love working with you. I'd rather spend all my time and effort doing that instead of taking on a bunch of other clients. And I said, I know you would rather me do that as well. So I said, here's how I think we could do this to where it's a very mutualistic relationship. Let me take over your online business. And I'm going to hopefully generate unlimited amounts of money for you, Ken. That is the goal. That is the entire purpose of the business, to provide so much more value to the marketplace. I said, I don't think what you're providing right now is a good service. You have to make it 100 times better. So someone that buys it thinks that they're getting the best value possible. Let me figure all of this out, but I'll put all the pressure on me. I throw me into the deep end, into the harsh terrain of the ocean, and see if I sink or swim. Just put the pressure on me, Ken. I know that you don't want to do anything for this. Same thing. I actually came in and he's working less on what he's currently on his social media, but the results are a whole lot more because I said, just let me handle it, and you can do you can just come in when you absolutely need to. But other than that, I will figure it out for you, which is exactly what every single large business owner wants. So because I've provided so much value to him already, he trusts me. I have this type of leverage. If I just said, hey, I'm going to do all this from the start, it really wouldn't have worked. But now that it's all coming along, I know exactly what needs to be done. Doing it is a hell of a lot harder, but I have the confidence in my ability to figure it out. And I know that if I get this job with Patty, my life is going to be ridiculously, ridiculously stressful. I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. I've systematized and automated what I'm currently doing to where I don't have to work too much right now. So I could take on another full time job, but that's a full time job in addition to the business that we are starting, which it's fun. It's fun. It's stressful, but that stress for me correlates with excitement and opportunity. And for me, that fires me up, especially because I'm right now living in such a unique circumstance where the lifestyle I'm living as if I'm making $250,000 per month, where I'm not making anywhere near that, not even close. But the lifestyle that I'm living as if I am. Next week, Kenny has a plane. We are going to Denver for an event that he's speaking at, and we'll be staying at a 5-star hotel. I don't pay for that. I'm driving a 1957 Porsche Speedster, which is the coolest car in the entire world. And I would debate anyone on that. Just drive it for a week and see how cool it is, because it really is awesome. I don't pay for that. I don't pay for the apartment I'm in. I have no expenses virtually besides, I mean, I spend maybe $4 grand a month on food and gas or just travel. I don't know, maybe 4 to 5, 6,000, something like that. Just on doing stupid stuff. But I have no material expenses. So I know how cool it is to live a rich lifestyle. I know that this is not going to happen forever. I'll eventually have to pay for my own bills. But because I'm living the lifestyle of, let's say, a millionaire, even though I'm not even close to being one, it makes me want to grow my business a hell of a lot more because it's actually so fun to live this kind of lifestyle. People have this misconception that rich people are miserable. I can promise you they're not. They are some of the most fulfilled motherfuckers I've ever met. At least some of them. There are some that are miserable, but those people are oftentimes also out of shape and obese and don't care about their health. You got to have it all, honestly. You just got to be great in all aspects of your life, which is obviously very difficult, but the people that I truly respect are great in just about every single aspect of their life. Their intellect, they are constantly trying to learn and do better. They're constantly trying to expand their business. They are constantly trying to improve their health in every single aspect, improve their relationships with their friends, families, everyone. I mean, those are the people that I consider successful. And every single one of those people are beaming lights of joy to be around. So that's the goal, right? Right? I mean, who doesn't want that? Who would not want to be able to retire their parents? I mean, would that not provide you some sort of joy? Come on. Come on. Anyway, goodbye.